Meanwhile, R2-D2 has fallen into the hands of a vile droid smuggler and is on his way to General Grievous, who will surely plunder the Republic's secrets hidden within him.
That sounds kinky. Also, narration.
And General. What is it, Nachkt? I prefer to get my reward in cash.
Nachkt must be a complete dumbass if he really thinks he can get away with pissing off General Grievous. Also, who is this guy? The show just expects me to know who this character is, but they never explain it. I shouldn't have to do homework to keep up with the show. Where did R2's restraining bolt go? How is he being allowed to just freely use his buzzsaw? Convenient wiring is conveniently right next to R2 conveniently.
No, you're losing it.
Apparently pushing one button can undo whatever R3 just did. Who knew?
That's R2.
That doesn't sound like R2.
It's him. I can never forget that voice.
Wait, how did R2 send them a message? Didn't he get captured in the last episode? The show never explains this.
You sneaky little scrap pile.
That's racist.
Master, our orders were to find the Separatist listening post.
They really should be considering the possibility that R2 is at the listening post. Why aren't they thinking about that?
Perhaps R2 is at the listening post.
How would Anakin know that, though? He doesn't know where R2 or the listening post are, so it makes no sense for him to connect the two.
Hold on, R2, old buddy. We're coming.
Anakin's motto when he and R2 tag team Padme somehow makes it into the episode.
What is it, Nachkt? I've arrived. Could you lower your shields?
Why does he have to contact Grievous to request the shields be lowered? Shouldn't the control center of the station contact any incoming ships automatically? What planet are we on right now? I mean, I get that it doesn't actually matter to the story, but still, the episode never tells us.
Keep moving, greasebutt.
That's racist. Dude, if you don't want him to see it, just treat it the way Jeremy Scott treats his wife and turn it off.
This is the droid those Jedi came looking for, General.
Oh, thanks for letting us know. I would have been lost without you.
What secrets do you carry, my little friend?
Secrets? What does he mean, secrets? Yeah, in the last episode they said something about never wiping R2's memory, but the show never explains this.
No need for fear. We're all droids here.
Hey, yo, Grievous dropping some hard bars.
No need for fear. We're all droids here. No need for fear. We're all droids here.
Wait, so by tapping on the icon of a moon on your screen, you can bring up the blueprints of the battle station inside the moon's atmosphere? What?
Stubby, scramble secret code set 1477.
Why is Anakin trusting R3 with literally any task at all at this point? And how hasn't R3 been decommissioned yet?
I could rescue R2.
No, this is not a rescue mission.
Obi-Wan doesn't even give a legitimate reason as to why Anakin shouldn't rescue R2. What a Also, of all the times R3 intentionally screwed up an order, now would be the perfect time. He could have secretly put the transmission on a frequency that the listening post would pick up so they could prepare for the infiltration, but the one time R3 is out is now. How convenient. This background looks like somebody spilled water on a painting that hadn't fully dried yet. Wow, it sure is lucky that this distant moon has a high enough concentration of oxygen this far up in its atmosphere for the heroes to breathe. I mean, wouldn't it actually be in the best interest of the Confederate forces to put the station on a world with no oxygen so that only their droids could access it? Why does anyone even have to carry R3? Doesn't he have the rockets that Attack of the Clones fumbled onto R2? Look, I'm not saying I like the fact that they gave R2 those stupid rockets, but I am saying that consistency should still exist. Characters inside a building don't see what's happening outside the building because they're distracted, cliché. Also, even if nobody saw them, wouldn't the scanners still pick them up? Either them or their ship?
Go up to level 8. Get your head adjusted. It feels great.
The first time I ever tried level 8, I woke up in a different state the next morning. Don't do drugs, kids. Why would you bring a rifle on a close quarters mission? Seriously, look at this thing. It's bigger than my One of the little ones would be better. Wait, that kinda sounds weird. Fine, one of the small boys would be better. Shit.
It appears this droid's mission memory has never been erased.
Hold on, they didn't already know that? Then why were they targeting R2 in the first place?
There's your bonus.
Villain kills one of their own men to show how badass they are, cliché. Why aren't there any sentries walking around the hallways? The squad is just casually going for a jog around the enemy base without a care in the world.
Report, Agent R3.
Oh my god, the droid that kept screwing over the good guys is actually one of the bad guys? No way, I'm floored by this.
Goldie, where are you?
It took you this long to realize R3 wasn't with the group, and it doesn't even raise any suspicions whatsoever? Jesus. Is nobody gonna get the body? Nobody wants to clean that up? Really? It's starting to smell in here, guys.
The alarm triggered another security door.
The droids somehow don't hear this. And the bad guys have terrible aim, because of course they do.
You must be General Grievous.
You're shorter than I expected. Wait.
That was easy.
Also, wouldn't that have been a great time to bust out one of those handy-dandy droid poppers?
Sorry to interrupt your playtime, Grumpy.
Cinderella walking in on Grumpy jerking off somehow makes it into the episode. Grievous doesn't hear this. Why doesn't he just slice through the shelf with his lightsaber like he did a second ago? He literally just lets her get away. In Revenge of the Sith, we saw that these droids could still fight even without heads, so there's no reason why this one should be out of commission right now.
R3, what have you to report?
This scene only exists to show Ahsoka that R3 is a double agent.
I've got a bad feeling about this, sir.
I can't imagine why. The bad guys aren't capable of hitting anyone who has a name. Grievous jump scare.
Another lightsaber to add to my collection.
Just kill her already, you idiot. Well, maybe if you hadn't flexed on your victory, she wouldn't have escaped. This one's on you, pal. Grievous very obviously has both of his hands in this scene, but Ahsoka cut one of them off during her escape. Wait a minute, I'm sensing some bullshit here. Both of these clones have clean white armor, but there was only one clone with clean white armor left. One of these guys should be Denel, and he should have blue markings on his armor. This might simultaneously be the most pathetic and most epic fight of all time. I don't understand how that works, but it just does.
So, what did I miss?
Oh, the usual.
Destroying 4 Magna Guards and then getting pissed off at Rex for leaving Ahsoka behind is the usual? Damn, okay. Why didn't you just do this from the beginning? Yeah, you didn't see the fuel cells until just now, but blowing them up was super effective, so they could have just ended the battle before it even began.
R2, where are you?
A bunch of human beings died on this mission, but the only character anyone is worried about is R2. We're monsters. Okay, one sin off for R2 being a little badass.
So let me get this straight, Anakin. You risked the mission, all your men, even your Padawan, to save a droid.
The previously on segment from the next episode somehow made it into this episode.
Besides, R2 is more than a droid.
He's a fan favorite?
He's a friend.
Oh, yeah, that too.
From the start, I hated you. But what's more,